Hey familia, Miranda here, and today I have another movie haul for you. So today's haul is actually going to be strictly DVDs. I know some of you may be surprised, and it's funny because there's a lot of people out there who are surprised that there's still people that buy DVDs. So yes, I do still buy them, oftentimes because that's the only format that they are available in, or because the Blu-ray format is like crazy expensive because it's either like out of print or imported, whatever the case may be. But these are all titles that I've been kind of interested in. Some of them I have seen, but a lot of them are blind buys, you guys. So let me know if you have seen any of these, if it's a good watch or not. But yeah, I have a ton here. So what I kind of did was I went through my Amazon wish list. I went through all the like DVDs and everything. And so I kind of just wanted to make sure, okay, does this have a Blu-ray format or not? And so the ones that didn't, obviously I got the DVD because that's the only format. And again, some of the titles that I did get, a few of them, they did have Blu-ray release, but the price is just outrageous. So I stuck with the DVD for now. Yes, eventually, like ideally, I would like to upgrade all of my DVDs that are available in Blu-ray format to Blu-ray, but I'm in no rush to do so yet. But anywho, you guys, let me go ahead and share with you everything that I picked up. So I did get everything off of eBay. I took advantage of several sales, like those whole like buy two get one, buy three get two, buy five get five, everything like that. So everything was dirt cheap. So yeah, you guys, I'm very excited to add a lot of these to the collection. Like I said, some I have seen. It's been a while since I've seen them. Other ones, they're just total blind buys. Some are recommendations and some are just things that I stumbled upon and were of interest. So let's go ahead and see what all I got. All right, so these are in no particular order. I have like just ones in regular cases. I have some that are snappers. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull from my big old box that I have down here. So first up, I'm a little bit bummed though because this title, it did get a little bit damaged. It chipped during transit. I, messaged the seller because there was a couple other ones too, like on the inside and whatnot, and they were able to like refund me like a partial refund and whatnot. But anywho, we have Omar Epps and Delroy Lindo in First Time Felon. You can see right there, it did get a little bit chipped. But you know what? Everything can't be perfect, in the mail and whatnot. But yeah, First Time Felon. I don't think I've seen this probably since it first came out back in 2000. And I love me some Omar Epps, so I'm definitely looking forward to revisiting this one. All right, next up we have Beyond Borders with Angelina Jolie and Clive Owen. This is one I do know it has a Blu-ray release, but it is ridiculously expensive. So I just stuck with the DVD for now. This was one that I actually saw a friend post on Instagram. Definitely caught my interest. They said it was really, really good. I was not even familiar with this film, but I mean, for Angelina and Clive, I'll take it. Next up, we have a classic right here. Always enjoyed this one. I watched it several times growing up, and that is Above the Rim. Some of these, obviously, you can see there's like some stickers and stuff. Like I'll have to just replace the cases and whatnot. No biggie. But Above the Rim, great movie here. Next up, we have this movie called Sunny with James Franco. So yeah, I mostly wanted to see this one because of James Franco, but basically he's like a male prostitute in here that works for his mother. And so I guess he was gone and then he returns and his mom still wants him to work for him. But I guess he ends up falling for one of the girls that works for his mother and stuff. And so he just wants to leave that whole past behind and just kind of start off fresh. So definitely caught my interest. Definitely want to check this one out. All right, next up we have a movie here called She Hate Me. It is a Spike Lee joint, and I really got it because of the amazing cast. Like if you can see there, the entire cast is in here. And plus, I'd been wanting to watch some more filmography of Q-Tip. I loved him in Prison Song, and so I've been wanting to just kind of check out some more of his work. I do enjoy Anthony Mackie, Kerry Washington, all of that. So definitely looking forward to checking this one out because again, this cast is insane. All right, next up we have Showstoppers. Now, I do believe that I've seen this one, but it has been so long. It says from 2007. I feel like this was like older than that for some reason. But obviously, you know, it has to do with stepping and stuff. So I always enjoy movies like that. I find them very interesting. So again, I positive that I've seen this, but been so long. Then I do have right here The Mist. This is one that I have never gotten around to watching, but I have always heard great things about it. So finally, I will be able to watch this. And then this one was just a total random buy, you guys. It looks dumb and cheesy, but I love those kind of movies. So we have Bored Heads. I'd never even heard of this, but yeah, it's from 2003, so looking forward to watching this. All right, next up, I really love this movie, and that is Paparazzi. This was one that I actually did already own, but it was like on a loose disc that was like a burn disc that I got like years and years ago and stuff. So I finally decided to just go ahead and pick it up. So that way I have the actual artwork and like the actual like decent, copy of the movie. But yeah, Paparazzi, this is excellent if you have not seen it. I really enjoy this one. You have a really good cast. Cole Hauser, he's the main guy. He's awesome. He does really great in this. You also have Robin Tunney, Dennis Farina, Daniel Baldwin, and Tom Sizemore. So we got Paparazzi. All right, so next up we have this movie here called Bella. It does come with a slipcover on it. And this one is actually factory sealed. But the reason why I got this one is because of Eduardo Verástegui. I love him in the movie Chasing Papi, and he hasn't really been in too many films. And so I wanted to watch some more of his filmography. And so we have Bella. I thought I would go ahead and check this one out. Then this next one is one that I have been wanting to add to the collection for the longest time ever. I super enjoyed this one. It's loads of fun. And it's also kind of very heartwarming and whatnot, but it's also funny. And that is Switch with Jimmy Smits and Ellen Barkin. I absolutely love this movie. It's such a good time. And so yeah, even the DVD itself, like if you buy it new, it is super expensive. And so I found it for a really good price. So I'm just super happy to have this in the collection now and in a snapper, you guys. So yes, we got Switch. This next one I found out through, I want to say, an Instagram post. I'd never even heard of this movie, but you do have Donald Faison in it. Joey Fatone is also in here. Whoopi Goldberg. So you got a decent cast, and it just looks kind of funny. Well, I mean, the name itself sounds kind of funny, and that is Homie Spumoni. So looking forward to watching that one. Next up is a film, another one that I've been wanting to add to the collection for a while now. I've only seen this once, but I really enjoyed it. And it was one that was kind of hard to come by. I'd been, looking for it for years and just never had any luck. And that is Raising Victor Vargas. I really enjoyed this one. The grandma in this, she's so funny, you guys. I don't know her name, but I've seen her in like several other things, and she's just kind of always one of those like funny grandmas, like old school grandmas and stuff like that. But yeah, Raising Victor Vargas, I'm super excited to revisit that one. And then I did not have this one in the collection. This one too, I have not seen probably since it came out. This one, when is this from? 2004, and stars DMX and David Arquette, and that is Never Die Alone. All right, so next up, we have this movie called Perfect Victims. It is factory sealed. This one I mostly got for Jesse Bradford. I loved him in Swim Fan. That's another one that I've been wanting to kind of watch some more of his filmography. So we have Perfect Victims here, and I have heard some pretty decent things on this one. So looking forward to watching that. And then same with Jesse Metcalfe. We have him in Insanitarium. This one too, factory sealed. Again, Jesse Metcalfe is the reason why I got this. Sometimes it's just the actor, actress. That's why we want a movie, because we're fans of him. I've been a huge fan of his ever since his days in Passions. I used to love that soap opera. But yeah, Insanitarium. So I have been getting a little bit more of his filmography. Obviously, I loved him in John Tucker Must Die. But yeah, you guys, we got Insanitarium here. Now, this next one I actually found out about through Vargas Vault. He hauled this, and he even said that he had trouble finding this one. But we have a movie with John Leguizamo. I have always been a fan of his. I do think I have several of his films. I think I initially kind of fell in love with him after, Romeo and Juliet. And I also enjoyed him in Empire. But yeah, so we have Crónicas, which means like chronicles. And I'm assuming that this is probably in Spanish. I could totally be wrong. Looks like it's in English. But it says it's inspired by a true story, and it's from the producers of Y Tu Mamá También, which is an excellent film. Says it features an alternate ending, too shocking for theaters. Ooh. So we have Crónicas here. Next up, we have Shawn Ashmore, Lucy Liu, and some other people's here in this movie called Three Needles. Again, it just was one that caught my interest, so I went ahead and picked that one up. And this one I probably have not seen. Oh gosh. What year is this one from? This is from, the writing is so dark I cannot see. So I'm not sure what year this is from, but we have a hoot. We read the book. I don't know if it was elementary school. I want to say it was middle school maybe. I'm not sure. Again, like I tried looking, and the writing is like so dark on the back. But yeah, I remember this. It wasn't all that great of a movie. I would say the book is better for sure. But I thought, why not go ahead and get it? Maybe the kiddos might enjoy this one. And so I'm trying to think who is in here. What is her name? Oh yeah, you have a young Brie Larson in here. So this should be an interesting little revisit. Next up, we have a film in Spanish, one, too, that I've been wanting to add to the collection for a while. You have Bárbara Mori in it, and that is La Mujer de mi Hermano, which is basically translated to my brother's wife or my brother's woman. So I really enjoyed this one. Next up, we have a movie that I've been wanting to check out for a while. You have Scarlett Johansson in it, and that is Match Point. You can find this, like, even on DVD, like out thrifting or whatever. It's definitely a good pickup because the Blu-ray itself, last time I checked, it was going for like 120 bucks. So pretty dang expensive. So if you can find the DVD, I definitely say go for it. Next up, we have this movie here. I got this because, I am huge on boxing, and I wanted to go ahead and just add some more boxing films to the collection. And so we have Black Cloud. I'd never even heard of this, but, it's boxing, so why not? This one, too, I've never heard of. And honestly, this wasn't even on my list, but, one of the sellers that I got from, I just kind of threw in a couple things that I didn't even know about. But the cast is nice, and so we have A Good Man Is Hard to Find. Then we have a couple of multi-features here. The first one, and actually I want to say this one goes pretty expensive, like through Amazon, and so I found this for a good price. It's a double feature of Class Act and BAPS, B-A-P-S, however you want to pronounce it. I have not seen either, but I've heard good things about the two of them, so I'm definitely looking forward to checking those ones out. And then this next one is called Latin Love 4-in-1 Collection, and I mostly got it for one specific film. I'd never seen it before, but the DVD itself, because I don't think this one has a Blu-ray release, the DVD itself is crazy, crazy expensive, so I decided to go ahead and go with this 4-pack here. And so the film that I got this for is I Like It Like That. But then you also have these other films that I've never even heard of. You have Yellow, Living It Up, and Pasionada. Again, I don't know, but I will definitely be checking all of these ones out. All right, so moving right along, we have The Marriage Chronicles. Really nice cast in this one. I have not seen it yet, but it's one that's been on my radar for a while, so I finally went ahead and picked it up. Doesn't have a Blu-ray release. And this one I am super excited to revisit. It has been ages since I've seen this one. It isn't a snapper, and it is factory sealed, and that is Carmen, a Hip Hopera with Beyonce and Mekhi Phifer. Yes, please. Next up, we have Hostage High. I know this one too goes for some crazy money, you guys, online, and so I was able to find this. I think I paid like $2 or $3 for it. So not bad at all. This one, I need to replace the case on this one because it is written on, but thankfully it's just the outer case. But we have this double feature here, and I got it for Out of Sync. And then this one here, Hot Boys, I'd never even heard of it, but you have Snoop Dogg in it, so should be interesting. You also have Master P in it, so. But anywho, Out of Sync, LL Cool J there. You know, you can't really see his face, but got that. And then this one, I want to say this one came as a recommendation. And so we have a Little Boy. Okay, actually, now that I look at this, it was not a recommendation. This is another one that has Eduardo Verástegui from Chasing Papi. And I also wanted to get this because it does have David Henry from Wizards of Waverly Place. So yeah, it just looks like a really good watch. Then obviously it does also have Michael Rappaport and Emily Watson, but it sounds like a very sweet, very heartwarming story. Basically, it's about this boy that he wants his dad to come back from World War II. So obviously it's in that kind of like time setting. Just sounded like a really nice movie, so I went ahead and got that. And this next one, another movie in Spanish. I'd never even heard of this one, but I got it because of one of the actors that's in here. I was huge on his filmography for a while. I actually had several of his films, but I kind of did a while back a little trade with one of my cousins, and I like totally regret it because I did have several of his films. And the actor I'm talking about is him right here, Luis Fernando Peña. I watched him, like the first time I saw him was in one of the novelas that I used to watch, Clase 406. But we have Crónicas Chilangas, which is like the Chilanga Chronicles. Chilanga is kind of what they, like a slang word used for people who are like from like Mexico City. So yeah, I got it because of him. I need to start building up my filmography of him again because I totally regret doing that trade with my cousin for him to end up, you know, giving them to somebody else. So yeah, but we have Luis Fernando Peña. He is really great, you guys. He's been in a lot, like out of all of the like people from the Mexican soap operas that I used to watch, he's the one that after that soap opera, he kind of like went on to do like several movies, and so he's been really great in like all of them. All right, we are getting down to the last little bunch here. So believe it or not, I did not have Beverly Hills Ninja in my collection, so I needed this one. Great movie, you guys. Lots of fun. Chris Farley, cannot go wrong there. And then next up, we have this movie called Shattered Glass, and it is based on a true story. So it is about the journalist Stephen Glass, and you know how he became one of the most like sought after journalists and all of that, and just a chain of events that took place that ended his career. He is played by Hayden Christensen, who I absolutely love. So you do have a pretty good cast in this one. Next up, another one I used to watch a ton growing up. I've always been a fan of this one, and that is Boys on the Side and In a Snapper. So happy to finally add this one to the collection. Next up, we have Queen Size with Nikki Blonsky. Guys are familiar with her. She was in the remake of Hairspray. I loved her in that, and I absolutely loved her in this one. I actually really like the storyline to this one. So basically, you know, she's this plus size girl, and she kind of like, you know, goes up for prom queen. Because obviously, you know, nobody nominates a plus size girl for prom queen and whatnot. But then, you know, the whole kind of becoming a little bit more like popular kind of like overcomes her and stuff. And so yeah, it's a good one. If you haven't seen it, definitely give it a watch. And last but not least, we have Patrick Swayze and Forrest Whitaker in Green Dragon. I have not seen this one, but I enjoy both of them, and the story sounded really good, so I went ahead and picked that up. So that is all of the titles that I got. I know, you guys, lots of DVDs, but I am super happy to add all these, and I definitely have a lot of watching to do. Again, if you have seen any of these titles, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Was it a good buy? Is it a good watch? Did you hate it? Let me know all that in the comments below, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Join the family if you have not, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!